So you think a 500,000 production number for Q1 could be a positive catalyst? I think you're right, because then that if it continues to the end of the year, that guarantees 50% growth. Okay, I see that. I think it's interesting because I agree with you. They have 2 million per year installed right now. They have it installed in the factory chain called the capacity chain for the company. So it's not entirely out of the question. I think what I'm tracking is like, okay, so it's highly dependent on China running full bore for every single day without any COVID lockdowns, without any variables that could throw it down because of whatever. So what are two things that were removed from China in Q4 that were actually huge? Number one, and really part of Q1. Number one, COVID should no longer be a problem moving forward. We're still going through it, but into the next, at least say Q2 at the for sure, COVID is no longer a problem from a standpoint of disrupting industry in China. So that's a huge positive for Tesla and others. And then the other one, which if this is correct, would be a very big positive catalyst, is with the price reduction in China, theoretically, your production rate should be much more closer, if not at, or potentially slightly below, hopefully, a bull would say, the demand for the region, which says that every car they produce out of China for, say, at least Q1 and Q2 will be sold to a customer because of those price decreases, which implies that if China has, I think the fully max run rate is 1.2 million per year, I believe, using the latest numbers. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat if that's incorrect. But so that implies a giant number for Q1. Then you got Austin ramping. You got Tom Drew at Austin helping out. And you got Berlin continuing on their ramp to 5,000 units per week. And then you got Fremont at capacity, basically. So if you add all those numbers up, 1.2 million out of Shanghai, call it 650,000 out of Fremont. So that's 1.8. So all you need is 200,000 per year capacity out of Berlin and Austin. That would already put it, that's 100,000 per year. You divide it by 50, that's 2,000 a week. They're both already at 3,000 per week. So the math checks out. The math checks out to 500,000 per year. The big catalyst for me is that at some point, once Tesla say there's a demand shortfall and they have to correct it with price, at some point, because they use Q3 and Q4 to end the wave, and if we take them to the word, fill the transportation and the pipelines with vehicles, at some point the production and delivery number will match up moving forward, because they've put the cars into the pipelines, right? Which implies that if, say, Q1 or Q2 they come out with a 460, 470, 480, 500,000 production figure, if what they say is true, that they've right-sized the price for the demand, then that delivery number should be bang on with that production number, because they filled the pipelines for the last two quarters, which could be a giant positive catalyst.